me. I didn't realize my hand would be so close to your mouth. Ew. Jeez Louise.
Get your finger out of my mouth.
Well, don't bite me.
Get your finger out of my face.
Get your finger out of my face.
What an angle.
What an angle. I kind of like it. We're in bed in Philadelphia, where we were born and raised.
Knew it.
Yeah.
Playgrounds are where we spend most of our days.
Yeah.
I don't know, we're giving off tons of energy right now.
Yeah. Okay, are we crooked? Probably, eh?
Well, Brand.
You done picking your nose?
Yeah, I got boogies up there.
Shocking. Hello everyone and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
Board games.
and
Sitting in a hotel room.
sitting in a hotel room, laying in a bed. The TV's on. I guess I can mute that.
Yeah, I probably should. We put a lot of thought into this,
Clearly.
as you can tell.
Ketchup everywhere.
Who would that have been? Why would you mute it and not just turn it off?
I don't know, so we can easily turn it back on.
It's just gonna distract me.
Oh, Jeff. We gotta do the whole thing. Just don't look at it. There, I turned it off. Anyways, where were we? Oh yeah, we're here today to do our November board game wrap up, which just so happens to be probably the worst gameplay month.
Don't say worst. That's not a way. It's been the lightest.
It's been the lightest gameplay month for us in the history of Foster the Meeple. Fact. So this month we played, what did I say before? 16. We played 16 games, probably around 20 times. And most of them we've already talked about in a board game snapshot.
Correct.
Let me just review with you the reasons why we haven't played a lot this month. Number one, Jeff went to Buffalo. That's where he got this sweater. Show them your billies. It's a goat. I made that joke before.
You did.
I wanted to make it again. So he was gone for a bunch of days. Then he came back and guess what? He friggin' had COVID.
Sure did.
And it knocked him out right on his rear end.
It did. It was bad.
So he was out for a whole week.
Yep.
So we didn't play anything because I didn't want to touch anything that he was touching because, ew, COVID. Then, what happened after that? Then we went to California.
We did.
Like the following week.
Yep.
I mean, we played a couple of games in California, but not much.
No.
Then we came back and we played some games.
Not many.
Not many. Certainly not many. And now...
Because we were only home for a week.
Yep. Now we are in Philadelphia.
We haven't been home
Barely at all.
this whole month, basically.
Yeah.
And I was sick for a week.
Yes. Very sick.
Really, we only had 1 week's worth of, actual play time.
Exactly. Now, technically, today that we're filming this is November, so we can add one more game to the list.
Yep.
Make it 17.
And anything else we play tonight, but...
Yeah. Let's just get into it. So the month of November, we played Wingspan Asia. We sure did.
We sure did.
What do we think? Loved
It's a really good addition to that series, I think.
Yeah. It adds a little something.
Adds a little different variability in game modes. Yeah, I liked it.
Precisely. I have to readjust.
If only there was a video about it, but there is.
Board Game Snapshot. Link it below if I remember. Then we played Splendor Duel, 2-player version of Splendor in that same snapshot as Wingspan Asia. We played 3000 Scoundrels. You guessed it. Same snapshot as the Wingspan Asia one. Then we played Dulce, or as everybody told me in the comments, Dulce? Deuce?
Yeah, I can't remember. People were saying how to pronounce it now. I can't remember what they were
I
typing.
thought it was Dulce.
It's not Dulce. It's not.
Dulce
It's like
and
Dulce.
Gabbana.
I think it's just Dulce.
Dulce. Caramel. I think it's a fancy word for caramel.
Yeah.
Dulce de leche.
We're going to say whatever we want to say.
I'll say whatever I want. That's also in that video. Okay? So check out that board game
This is
snapshot
going
if
to be
you
the
want.
quickest video
Exactly. It's nice and quick. Everybody loves it. Maybe
This
we'll
is
show
snappier
you.
than a snapshot.
We'll show you the games we brought to PAX.
I thought you were going to say show them in a hotel room, and I was like, please don't.
It's a mess. Then we played Familiar Tales. So we got back into Familiar Tales, playing some more of the scenarios or the chapters. Then we played, am I allowed to say this?
I don't know. We played a game that
game.
is just recently going to get released with a fellow content creator that will be on their channel at some point, and when it is, we'll post it. I'm not going to say the game.
I can't remember. I feel like Jenna said it in her wrap-up. And there's content out about it already.
Okay, fine. We played Andromeda's Edge.
We played Andromeda's Edge.
And I think we might have already talked about it on it.
Probably. Like, who even knows? So then, in California, this one got sick again.
I did.
Like, why are you always sick?
I don't know.
Sicky.
It's been a rough year for the illness.
It's crazy. So Jeff ended up not feeling well one night. So I went to a board game cafe with Jenna and Francis of the Board Game Garden. Mm-hmm. And there was actually a board game cafe literally right behind our hotel.
Which we found out like at the end of the trip.
Yeah. So I went there with them, and then we played Calico, which is a game about cats.
It is a game.
That I love. I love Calico. And I won.
I haven't played that in a while.
I feel like I've never won that game.
We played it with Illy and Tyler.
We did. Yeah, we did. And then we also played Flamme Rouge. And it's been a while since I've played Flamme Rouge. And guess what? It freaking holds up, let me tell you. That game is great. And
I do like the tandem racing in that game. It is really good.
I think that's the first time that I've played it not at 2 players. And guess what? It's better with more people.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean,
most racing games are.
Heat would be the same.
Yeah.
Higher player count would be better.
For sure. So Flamme Rouge, we haven't talked about Flamme Rouge in a while, so let's talk about it a little.
Sure.
It is a racing game where you are racing on bicycles.
Yes,
okay?
Bicycles.
Each player gets 2 little figures, the sprinter and the...
pacer, I think.
It starts with an R, though.
Oh.
It's S and R. Sprinter and...
Is it a French word?
Rider. Don't
It's
remember.
basically like the one person, whatever the word is. It is a pacer. It's like the person that's keeping the pace, and then the other person will sprint ahead, and then the other person will keep the pace. And
exactly. So you have 2 different decks of cards, one for each of your bikers. Biker Mice from Mars.
Bicyclists.
Oh, if it were Biker Mice from Mars themed, I'd be all in for that. And then you secretly choose a card for each of them, and then they will move accordingly based on where they are on the track. Then there's also slipstreaming. So like if you are in like a little group that's behind, or you're one behind, you get to like move up due to the draft of the wind, because that's what racing is all about. Anyways, and then you go around the little track doing bike races.
You lose cards over time.
Yes. Oh, that's a good point, Jeff. Yeah. You only get to use every card once. Mm-hmm. And if you are in the front of the group, you gain an exhaustion card. Mm-hmm. So if there's like nobody in front of you, you have to gain an exhaustion card. And it's only like a 2 movement. So it just makes you move slower.
It's to represent like being in front of the pack and the wind's in your face. So it's...
You're working hard.
You're working harder than anyone that's behind you that is taking advantage of you blocking.
Yes, it is a fantastic game. I really, really like it. And I want to play more of it.
Yeah, I struggle with that game because
I want to get the Peloton expansion.
It is very important in Flamme Rouge to pace yourself.
Yes, because
I never do. I always like throw out my sprint cards, and then by the end, Jamie just blows past me.
I'm very, very fast.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys knew that about me. Then we played Fuji Flush with a nice big group of people. We played it with as many as you can play it with, so it's either 9 or 12. I think it's 9.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Anyways, we played it with a bunch of our board game friends when we were in California. Always a good time. We brought it with us to PAX.
Fuji Flush is an incredible game.
I highly recommend it.
Like, it is so good.
Yeah.
And everyone that gets into it, I think, usually likes it.
Look at my racing stripes.
Have we played that game?
We have.
Where someone hasn't enjoyed it? I don't.
What
anytime we've introduced that game to someone, not that we'd introduced it to anyone in California, but we kind of did because they hadn't played it. Yeah, there's a few people
hadn't played it.
Either they've gone out to buy it or tried to. Like even like when we played with Riza, like she loved it, and it's a
great game.
If you can get your hands, if you have a big group
and you
can get your hands on a copy of Fuji Flush.
Yeah, it's great.
Great game.
Great. Then we played Green Team Wins with a big group, also with our content creator friends in California, which we've talked about it. I feel like we recommend it in something recently?
Christmas.
I can't remember.
Our Christmas
it is
recommendation thing.
An awesome, an amazing party game.
It's so simple.
I would just say, like, if you were like looking for a game to bring to a work party, if your work friends or your work colleagues don't play games, they will enjoy this. This is a game that anybody can enjoy. Take it to your family Christmas. Take it to a cottage weekend. Like, it's so simple.
This is one of those games that transcends the hobby a bit.
I think so, yeah.
Where it will, and I bet you that game will end up showing up on shelves just like Just One, like Catan, Ticket to Ride, because like non-hobby people,
everybody can enjoy this.
Can enjoy that game.
Mm-hmm. And you can explain it to anyone. You don't need
Yep.
game brain for it.
Nope.
We also played Ready, Set, Bet with that same group, and we just talked about that in a board game snapshot.
Yep.
So check it out. I also played Food Chain Island from Button Shy a bunch. I brought it with me. It's one of my favorite solo games. I love it.
Pulls it out constantly.
I pull it out constantly. I think it's my favorite Button Shy game. There, I said it. I said it out loud.
It definitely is. You play that one way more than anything else.
I think Ugly Griffin Inn would be a close second. They're both solo games. I love them both. But I think Food Chain Island is just so easy to get to the table.
Mm-hmm.
We played Boomerang Australia, which
Classic.
is a new staple for us. We'll probably end up playing it tonight because, of course, I did bring it.
I can see she already has it out on the
It's
table.
already on the table. Then we played Heat, which is also in our recent board game snapshot,
Yeah,
which
freaking love that
one
game.
of the same designers of Flamme Rouge.
Yeah.
Great racing game.
Heat is very good.
Yeah. So check out our snapshot if you want to learn more. We played Flamecraft, also in that snapshot, Adorable Dragons.
Artisan dragons.
Artisan dragons. Fancy dragons. And then finally, we played The Road to Canterbury. Finally, Jeff got to play it.
Mhm.
It's been a while since we talked about this one, but essentially, you are playing as someone.
No, you're playing as like a
pardoner or whatever.
Religious pardoner type.
Yeah, but you're a
There's
fake.
a word
You're
for
a phony.
Yeah, you're a phony.
So basically, in this game, you are trying to tempt pilgrims with the 7 deadly sins.
Mhm.
And once they have done 7 total sins of any kind, they die. But you, as the noble person that you are, can also pardon them. But of course, the pardons that you're writing for them are fake. They're forged. So you can pardon them of their sins. And if you do that, then essentially you are trying to, you're trying to get money. But if you pardon them, it will allow you to collect some money. So you're going along the road to Canterbury until you get to the town of Canterbury. That's when the game ends. Whoever has the most money wins. But that is the general theme of the game.
You're a sleazy religious partner who are trying to make people commit the 7 deadly sins, but at the same time get them to commit them so that you can then pardon them with your fake pardons.
Yeah.
It's actually really funny.
Yeah.
And the game's really good. And I crushed Jamie like a friggin' grape.
Yeah, whatever.
I crushed her
you win.
like she'd never played that game
Jeff,
before.
I friggin' let you win.
It was 10 out of 10 strategy for
bad.
Jeff.
Jeff has been losing a lot lately.
Domination.
So I thought I better throw him a bone.
Other level.
I wrote him a fake
whole
pardon.
other level of domination in that game.
So we played that. Oh, there's also, they're not called rituals. What are were they rituals? Remember, it was like the mustache. Relics. There's also cards called relics, and it's like the mustache of St. Peter's, whatever.
Yeah, they're all like
They're
spin-offs of actual relics, but there'll be like a little like comedy attached to it.
Mhm.
It's very funny.
Very, very funny. Yeah. And then tonight we played Ashes Reborn. Stop asking us about it. Anyways, moving on. I think I'm going to take you over here just to show you the games that we brought with us. I have to like literally step over my suitcase. Welcome to this side of the room. Can I put you in this lamp? Oh, it's better lighting over here. Okay, so the games that we brought to PAX Unplugged, in case you're interested. Food Chain Island. Don't go anywhere without it. Tussie Mussy. The Skulls of Sedlec. So we tried to bring a bunch of games that you can, number one, teach really quickly and play with a bunch of people. We brought Fake Artist Goes to New York from Button Shy. We brought Startups from Button Shy because we haven't played it yet and it's a minimum 3 players, so I figured this would be a great opportunity. You can play with up to 7. We, of course, brought Boomerang Australia. We brought Scout. We brought just a bunch of like single characters of Ashes Reborn. Well, we brought 4 of them. What else? I shoved a bunch of things in this one. Okay, so we brought Wonderland, which is a game from Renegade Games. Here are the cards. Then, of course, we brought Fuji Flush, not in the box. Oh my god, what a mess. Whatever, I'll fix it later. We brought this box, which includes, what the heck is that thing? Skull King, which is a great trick-taking game that you can play with, I think, a bunch of people. I thought it said 99, 2 to 8. We also brought Fool, which is another Friedman Freeze game. It's a trick-taking game that is a lot of fun. We brought Parade, because you can play that with a bunch of people. John Tripp, who won our last giveaway, is going to be at PAX, so we brought him Fantasy Realms instead of having to ship it. And then we also brought Crescent Moon, because Doolin of Table Knots is very excited to play this. And I think that's everything. Is that everything that we brought? We also brought a ton of rule books. Have we read any of them yet? Jeff, have you read any yet?
I read a bit of Treasure Island.
And then he put it down and said, I hate reading rule books.
I really do. I really do. I can't do it.
Yeah. Anyways, that's everything that we brought. And we also brought a ton of Canadian candy. I don't know if you could see any of that. So that has been our gaming month. We are very hopeful that December is going to be a much
I
better.
didn't know you were coming back.
I'm coming back because we need to do an outro. It's going to be a much better month for gaming because we're here. We're going to be playing games, all the games.
Yep.
And then it's going to be Christmas break, holiday break. So we're going to be playing more games, right? What game are you most excited for the con to play?
I don't know because I don't know which ones we're going to actually play, but
That's okay.
maybe ARCs.
It's in the first look section.
ARCs from Leader Games is in the first look section. Excited to play that.
Mm-hmm.
I am really excited to play Crescent Moon. I think Blood on the Clock Tower is going to be very fun.
Yeah.
We are getting possibly top Vagrant Song from the designer of Vagrant Song.
We brought the rule book. Didn't even need
we
to.
brought the rule book, and then
Didn't
he was
even
like,
need
why
to.
don't you just come over and
I could teach you.
I can teach
We're
you.
like, that sounds like a much better idea.
That sounds perfect. So seeing that game played will be really cool.
Yep.
I don't know. I think those. I think ARCs. Oh, I think we're going to play Lacrimosa with our friends Tyler and Ilya from Cavre.
Yes.
Lacrimosa looks really cool.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to play
Tyler
that.
and Ilya were supposed to be here tonight, but they got delayed.
Yeah. We were supposed to be playing games all night tonight, but they friggin' gone and got delayed.
Yeah. Like
a bunch of schmucks.
a couple of boneheads.
Yeah, a bunch
some
of
might say.
ding-dongs.
Anyways, that was our gaming month in November. This is our janky wrap-up. I hope you enjoyed it.
It's like the one we did in Vegas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's on the iPhone. And not even on the good side of the camera because I wouldn't know whether or not we could see ourselves. So
Correct.
here we are looking at ourselves. If I look here, I'm looking at myself. If I look over here, I'm looking at you. Now you know. That's all that we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in buying board games like any of the many that we mentioned today, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. And for us, that is...
Boardroom Game Cafe.
Yes, it is. That's all we have. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see,
Please subscribe.
we hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye.
Later days.
Look at my racing pants.
Those are my pants.
Yeah, all of my clothes are Jeff's clothes,
My
except
old
this
clothes.
isn't. But if you see me wearing clothes, they probably used to be Jeff's. Okay. If you see me
Otherwise,
wearing
she's
clothes, otherwise, you shouldn't be seeing me. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Exactly.
I'm gonna yawn.
So,
And I crushed everyone.
Jeff, spoilers.
Okay, cut that out.
Which, leading into that, we also... Oh, wait, I've skipped ahead.